introduce Darcy Toberman. She works at the ADRC, the aging unit.
Actually, I'm in the other side, but that's okay.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm at the ADRC Information and Assistance.
What is ADRC?
Aging and, oh, I'm sorry.
It's Aging and Disability Resource Center. So
Right
it's
behind you.
in the old,
There it is.
It used to be the Council on Aging, right?
so we merged together with Council on Aging 1/1 of 2021, I think.
Was it that long ago? I thought it was just last year.
Maybe it was.
I don't know.
I don't know either.
I thought it was January of last year. So
Probably in the new building,
right.
then, right?
yes. And
Let's take what she said. Yes, and now we're in the old Pick and Save. We moved together, and so we're merged together, and now we are all under the ADRC.
Right. So anyway, she has some great things. I did want to show you one thing that comes from the library. This is a reference book, so you can't check it out, but you can look at it here all you want. And it's Older American Information Resource. And there is a whole section, and it's about this thick of disability aids and assistive devices. So to help, and not just you, but you probably have friends that you know that they say, oh, I wish I had such and such. Well, now you can kind of push them in the right direction.
Yeah, let's make this fluid. Let's just make it a discussion. Talk about, that's actually how, one of the things is on here. Maureen and I met at the Older Partnership meeting where I talked about some of this stuff. And one of the things one of the ladies talked about is in here. So, let's learn each other,
Yes,
teach each other.
exactly.
Yep.
All right. Well, thank you, Darcy.
You bet. Thanks for having me. Okay, so yeah, I'm from the Aging and Disability Resource Center. Stands for Aging and Disability Resource Center. It's the ADRC. So we are in the old Pick and Save building on the south side. So for you Janesville Lillians, that's where we are. So it's pretty cool. So I have to give my disclaimer, as we all do. So I'm not endorsing or recommending any of these products. These are just things that I have found through, groups when I met with Maureen, or other people have said, hey, this is an issue. Is there something that will work? Plus, the other thing, a lot of these equipment here, the state of Wisconsin provides to each ADRC to show people. So that's what these are, but some of the other things. I'm not a physical therapist or a licensed assistive tech person. When I grow up, I want to be that. So, but I'm just somebody who's really excited about things, low cost or lower cost issues or devices that can help people stay independent in their home instead of moving into costly out-of-home replacements, which we all know are expensive, right? So when we think about, items for independence, we all think of walker and wheelchair, right? Those are the things that come to mind. But there are so many more things, so many. Things that are expensive, things that are low cost, things you already have in your own home that you can utilize. So some of the things, like I said, some of the things are more expensive. This here is a really cool option for somebody who's having trouble walking and transferring. So I'm going to play a little video here and let you guys take a look at this.
We're out here on our deck and we're going to demonstrate how the Lumex stand assist work. As you see, I am unfortunately confined to a wheelchair right now, and moving around somewhere else, particularly like into the car or a portable commode, is a little tricky because I do not have any leg strength. So we're going to show how this works. I'm going to put my feet up. I've got the wheelchair brakes locked.
Pull the things all the way out, the side things, the feet things.
It helps a little to move the footrest out. So
There you go. There we go. That's fine.
Yeah, sometimes we take them off. I just check these off.
Okay.
And then my caregiver, my wonderful wife, is going to dock.
Mm-hmm.
See how she's pushing it up between the chairs.
And then I lock the brakes. Lock the brakes
Now,
on the assist.
The seat, what units you're in, will allow you to get this under it or between the legs. You know, there's a little bit of flexibility you can move around. The main thing is these are all like one locked unit now. So at this point, all I do, I'm going to push my knees up against the knee pads, and now just use my upper body strength to come up. And I'm going to swing these hip pads down, and ta-da! I can stand. And now I can be moved around to the car, which is the most valuable, or anywhere else I need to go. And also we found out, kind of accidentally, that I can actually practice standing up and moving my knees around and exercising a little without any fear of falling. So, why don't we move it around a little bit now?
Oh, okay. I'll unlock the brakes.
Yeah, just a little bit.
So, sorry, the video or the audio quality isn't that great, but I loved this video because it was the definition of easy. She doesn't have any shoes on when she's doing this with him, you know. But this is, wheelchairs are great, but they're big and they're wide and they are cumbersome in your senior apartments or your places. And this, is an easy solution to get somebody on the toilet, up and off the toilet. Easy solution to move somebody around through the kitchen, making people a part of, the daily life instead of just sitting where the wheelchair fits. That one spot in your living room where the wheelchair fits. This is getting them up and around. And most of these things can be purchased on Amazon. I should tell you. What do you think that would cost?
Over $1,000.
Yeah, it was like $600 on Amazon.
But that's not too bad.
No, it's not. And when you think of a out-of-home placement, which can be $5,000.
Can they actually walk with that though too?
No. So somebody's got to push them. Somebody's going to push them around. And then when you get to the place that you want to be, they're going to flip those things back up and then sit down, do your thing, and then do it again. Again, so, with
So for
this,
someone by themselves, that wouldn't work.
nobody but themselves. And you got to have that upper body strength, like you said. So again, that's why, talk to your doctor because everybody has their own unique situations. You got to have upper body strength to do this. Okay. So along that same lines, these are solutions if maybe you are by yourself. And, you want to be able to get from a standing position. I've been working in this field for 30 years. Gosh, that's a long time. And I never knew about this pole thing. I mean, I've seen them, but I never realized you could just purchase one yourself for your, so let's take a look at what this one can be used for.
Your home is your safe place, and now you can have support anywhere you want while maintaining the style of your home. Unlike other grab bars, the Sure Stand security pole blends in with your home and is tension mounted, so it can be installed exactly where you need it, next to a couch, chair, bed, or between the toilet and tub for extra support while standing and getting out of the shower. The support handles can be installed anywhere on the pole to help you climb to a standing position or provide support in multiple locations. The Sure Stand security pole is tension mounted, so it doesn't require any drilling when installed on most ceilings. It can fit 7 to 10 foot ceilings and up to 12 foot ceilings.
So, a lot of times we talk about grab bars with people and they're like, my landlord won't let me put that. Because,
and that's so silly because
It is.
it would only assist the landlord.
right. Yeah. And then they're like, well, I'll get those suction ones, which I'm sure they are wonderful for certain people, but they can come off. Yes, they can. And you don't want that. So this is a pretty cool option, I think. And the thing about this is it's pretty skinny and will fit just about anywhere. I liked this one. There's so many different ones, so many different options. The reason I picked this one to show, one, because it had a YouTube video that went with it, but also it had two handles, where some just had one. And I feel like the two is a better option.
Well, I think it gives you more stability, doesn't it?
I think so too. And I think you just also, more stability, but also you got to have that upper body strength.
Yeah.
Again. this is another pretty cool one, I thought.
If you or a loved one is having difficulty standing from a couch, chair, or recliner due to a surgery or limited mobility, the Universal Stand Assist from AbleLife can help you stand with confidence without having to buy an expensive lift chair. The Universal Stand Assist includes its own tools and can easily adjust to fit any couch, chair, or recliner for easy standing. And like all AbleLife products, it blends in with your living room like another piece of furniture to maintain the comforting feel of your home.
So I really like that, considering our heat went out in my house last night. And so I had to sleep on the couch because our bedrooms, old farmhouse, bedrooms are upstairs. Ice cold up there. So I slept on the couch. Getting out of the couch this morning, not a good time. Not a good time. So, you know, I like that because it can be moved to where you need to go. You know, it said lift chairs can be costly. They can be, but they're also a pretty good option though too. Because wouldn't you rather pay $3,000 for a lift chair than a $5,000 ongoing monthly bill at an assisted living program? You know, so you got to take the thing with the lift chair, you don't need the upper body strength. This one you'll need that upper body strength. Okay, let's see which one. This one. Options for showering. I hear that a lot. I'm scared to get in and out. I don't want to get in and out on my own. You know, we have grab bars, but what if I fall? So again, some cool options for people. This option here is for bath takers, those that like to take a bath.
Taking a warm bath is one of life's simple pleasures. A bath can relax sore muscles, relieve stress, and even help improve your circulation. To ensure your safety while you enjoy all the benefits a bath can offer, Drive Medical offers their innovative Bella Vita Auto Bath Lifter. This two-piece bath lift is easy to assemble, install, and operate with no tools required and fits into standard and deeper tubs. Weighing only 20.5 pounds, the Bella Vita is the lightest bath lift on the market, but it can safely support up to 300 pounds. Its ergonomic design, padded seat, and backrest provides greater comfort and safety to the user. A unique feature of the Bella Vita is that once lowered, the back angle adjusts independently from the lowering motion, allowing the user to sit upright when in motion. At any time, the backrest can recline to 50 degrees, so users have more room to stretch out while bathing. 4 durable suction cups stabilize and secure the bath lift, and this waterproof hand remote can be hung on the hook provided on the bath lift or can float, making it convenient to access the easy-to-use color-coded control buttons while bathing. This bath lift can lower to 2.3 inches, so users get a better soak, and it can rise to a record 18.8 inches, allowing users to get out of deeper tubs with greater ease. When raised, the side flaps create a transfer surface for getting in and out of the lift. The Bella Vita is also equipped with a smart battery that ensures there is enough power to lower and raise the user, preventing the user from remaining in a lowered position for too long.
So for those that just came in, I want to just mention, I'm not recommending any of these products. I'm just giving you options. That's my disclaimer. You know, check with your doctor or physical therapist when you try any of these things. I love this product or products like it. So many different options again. I'm just picking the options that had a YouTube video so that we can show what it is. I love though that it comes up and then it becomes a transfer board. You know,
I think that's really cool.
I do too. I do too. So, you know, getting in the bath is so beneficial for a lot of things. You know, it helps with skin breakdown, helps with, you know, muscle aches, like they said, and just our mental well-being. You know, sometimes you just need that warm bath, you know. So that's a very cool option. You know, there's other kinds of lifts and things, but this one just seems to be very easy to, oh, I knew I was going to do that. Very easy to utilize. So those that like to take a shower. So the other issue, shower benches are great. And the shower benches you get, your standard shower benches, are great for people. but it doesn't help with getting in. It just helps with once you're in there. And a while ago, I had found this. It's a swivel bench. I'll play this little video here, and you can take a look at it.
Platinum Health invites you to enjoy bathing again with the Carousel Padded Sliding Transfer Bench with swivel seat. For individuals with mobility and/or cognitive challenges, safely accessing the tub or shower can be a daunting and often dangerous process. The Carousel was designed by a team of dedicated healthcare professionals to help bring comfort, safety, dignity, and pleasure back to bathing. Imagine enjoying your bath or shower again without the fear of slipping or falling. The Carousel's space-saving design allows it to easily integrate with most tubs and showers. The adjustable height legs mean the seat height can be perfectly customized to the needs of the user. It is completely reversible and will work for both right side and left side access. The simple, tool-less assembly means the Carousel can be completely set up in less than 5 minutes. Once installed, operating the Carousel is simple and intuitive. To transfer into a tub or shower, simply rotate the seat so that it is facing into the room and sit normally. For easier transfers, the pivoting armrest can be raised, then locked back into place. The padded armrests also provide a solid leverage point to assist users to and from the seated position. They also prevent users from sliding off to the side. An integrated safety belt prevents users from sliding forward. The padded seat base and backrests provide users with a warm, soft surface for long-term seated comfort, eliminating the need for bathing to be rushed. Once seated, the chair can be effortlessly rotated and slid into position for bathing. Once bathing is complete, reversing the process allows bathers to exit the Carousel with their feet firmly positioned on a safe, dry surface. The rugged, stable medical-grade aluminum chassis will never rust, and the commercial-grade polyurethane.
I think that's the key part on a dry surface. You want to stand. Those tub benches, well, again, they're great. You're standing in a wet bathtub, So what do you think that costs?
500?
Yeah, about a little bit less, which I think is a lot cheaper than a broken hip, or a lot cheaper than needing to go to an assisted living to get your showers and things like that. So
They're both neat products.
yeah, they are.
How much does that other one cost?
I can't remember. I'll check afterwards. I was going to write them all down, but I don't want to do that too much because then it feels like I'm.
Before you went on to that video, there was a where it showed the prices
Yeah,
of different
yeah.
products. And I thought that was one of them.
Might be. Let's see if we can do that. I think I clicked here.
Yeah.
That's
Oh,
that.
there it is down there. Top, no, the top one.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. So what does that say?
468.
Yeah, that's not bad.
Oh, gosh, I thought it
And
would
there's
be a
the
lot
other
more.
sliding chair. What,
This
how
one
much
right
is-
here?
Yeah.
Yeah,
What, does that say the price on that
it does
one?
not.
No.
I didn't
No.
think it did.
I think they're ones that are just like Amazon or Walmart. But I've seen it. It's like 400, or less.
That bath one is not horribly bad at all.
I don't think so, yeah.
Yeah, I'm really surprised at the price.
Yeah.
So those are just the ones I wanted to show you that, obviously we don't have in our suitcase and, things that we've come across through the years. The next things I'm going to show is the things we have in our suitcase that the state of Wisconsin has provided to each ADRC to show people some, low cost or easy solutions for things. You can always come out to the ADRC. We have the suitcase. You can go through it. But we also have an assisted tech cabinet that we recently got where we put a lot of the things in. Don't come today because it's empty. I brought everything here. But you can just take a look at things. You can ask to see something, get it out, see if it works, for you.
You can't purchase it from them.
Can't purchase us from us, but we can. The other thing that we have is that they provided with us is this pretty cool thing. A lot of those things are in here, and we'll tell you where you can get them. Things like ramps. There's some of those bath seats are in here, different ones that they have come up with. So like you'd come and say, I'm having trouble with getting in and out of the car, and then look on here for what they have for things in the car, getting in and out of the car. Which I can start with getting in and out of the car is this little handy tool. Anybody want to guess how you would use this to get in and out of the car?
If
you remember?
think It goes on a lock or something.
Yep. So
Yeah.
when you open your door, there's a on the not on the door part, but on the part that the door clicks into
Is the
is
chassis.
yes. Thank you. This goes in there and now is a handle to get you up and also can break the window and cut the seatbelt if you need it. So yeah, very cool.
What do they call it?
Huh?
What is it called?
Oh, boy.
Thingamajig.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a car thingamajig.
Or what's,
So,
or
and
what's
that's
it
what I was
called?
gonna-
Maybe that's it.
What's it called? Yeah.
I was going to say that at the beginning. Some of these things that we go interchangeably: assistive tech, adaptive aids, thingamabobs,
Yeah.
gadgets,
Yeah,
doohickeys.
whatchamacallit, yeah.
Yeah, it's not on here. I will find out and let you know.
Well, I think if you wanted to look it up, if you Googled something like
Yes.
assistive car,
Entering and exiting.
yeah, something
Right.
like that, would probably get you in the,
Okay, I'm going to say it's a handy bar. I'm guessing because they list all the car stuff. This is the one that it would sound like, handy bar. So very cool. All right, so let's go through some of the other ones. Let me get my sheet so I make sure I hit all of them.
Have you tried that too, just to see how it works?
I did. I actually cut my seatbelt with it. We had a car at our house that was going to be junked, and I did a little video for my, I forgot to mention. So this all became because this suitcase was sitting in my boss when I started 5 years ago. Tomorrow's my anniversary for 5 years at the ADRC. He had the suitcase in his office, and I was like, "You going on a trip? Ha ha ha," you know. But it stayed there for like 6 months, and I was like, "What is in that suitcase?" So he said, "Well, the state gave us all these assistive tech things to do," and I was like, "Can I look at them?" Because it's always been something that I'm, into. So I took him back to my office, and I was like, "This is some cool stuff we need to be knowing about." So I started every staff meeting, tech time at Toberman, tech time with Toberman. So I'd pick out one thing and show them what it was. So I did a little video on this one with my soon-to-be abandoned or soon-to-be junked car, where I showed how to stick it in, cut my seatbelt. I didn't break the window but yeah. So I did try it. It does work. I would assume that each car is different, though. This was a big old Suburban, so. But again, this is only like $12. So
oh, that's really reasonable.
it is, yeah. So, okay, so I was gonna start with solutions for people maybe having trouble with eating. This is stuff you can buy anywhere. It's like shelf paper, right? But what it turns out to be is a sticky surface, and things aren't sliding. So you can get your plate on there, and now it's not sliding. And somebody who maybe doesn't have use of both arms, just one, is then able to hit and pull up. This is a special plate that has a lip. So if they're using just one arm, they can hit this and then put the food on their fork, and then they're able to eat by themselves. Super low cost, and it helps people keep dignity. If people aren't able to make that fist, you can just buy pipe insulation and put it on, and now you have this. Or you can buy also ones that are thicker, but this is like this. But this is cheaper. Take it off, wash it, whatever. Okay, what else do I have in the plate? Oh yes, the weighted utensils. So I think you were in the one where I talked about, this is actually a weighted. It's heavier. It's going to help with tremoring. This one is one too that helps with tremoring. It's got this weird weight on here. Come closer. And it's going to try to keep it steady as you're moving. I don't know. Again, you'd have to try it. And this is something you could come and try. and see if the person that you were buying it for, is this going to keep their food?
It may
No,
not
I'm not
do for a
impressed.
thin soup,
Right.
but for other
Oh,
things,
sure.
it might work
Yeah.
out really handy.
Exactly. My other concern when I was showing my coworkers was, you know, it's not super easy to clean, it doesn't look like. But again, giving people, you know, independence, giving people self-esteem, I think it's a great option if you're going to be using a thicker food. You're right. Anybody want to guess what this is?
A urinal.
No. I suppose anything can be a urinal,
Yeah.
but it's not its intended purpose.
Yes.
So this is for somebody who maybe can't move their back or neck, and it's going to be a cup.
Oh.
It's cut out for your nose.
Ah,
Somebody
that-
can't go like this.
that's a good
Now
idea.
they're just going like this.
Right.
Independence.
Because
Yeah.
when you drink, you do
Yep.
put your head
You
back.
Put your head back.
You just don't even realize it.
Yep. So other, you know, everybody has seen these, you know, for people who maybe only have one hand, this is able to get it up. This is just a regular old water bottle, but, you know, same kind of, it's not going to drop. And somebody doesn't have to put their head back. They just sip it. Okay. Cooking is such a big deal, right? I mean, that's, people are brought together by cooking. But as we get older, you know, you don't want to get cut. You know, cuts can be bad if you have certain things. These are no-cut gloves. So you put this on, and then you cut your vegetables, and a knife's not going to go through them.
You know, they sell those for wood carvers.
Yep.
I never even thought that
Yep.
yes, they would be great.
Yeah. This cut level 5, it says.
Craft room.
Yeah, there you go.
I actually found these at Farm and Fleet. I didn't get these particular ones, but things like it at Farm and Fleet, but also online, and very cheap. But I mean, you know, if you and your loved one are, you know, loved cooking before and you want to keep that going, this is a really great option for that. Jar openers, there's all kinds of things. People, I get taught all, I can't get any of my jars open anymore, and I'm living alone. They sell things for that. You know, there's electric openers, but also things like this. We actually, for a while, were giving away, because we do a lot of like swag stuff with our name on it. And one of them was this, and it actually worked. It would get Pop Tops. You know, they think Pop Tops are a great option for us older people, right? Not so much. Not so much. They're hard to get open. You know, and you know, there's a part on here that you get underneath, and it helps you click it up. So, where are my? Okay. So I've heard a lot too from kids that, you know, are taking care of their parents now. They can't see to run their microwave, you know, and so how are they going to ever heat up their things? Well, they have really good options for that. These are called bump dots. And I'll just, you guys take a look at that. It's just a raised bump. It's sticky. And you can put that on your microwave. They have different sizes so they can feel. Oh, here's the one. I'm going to push that.
And color.
Yeah.
You know, it's a one.
Well, you know, like at my house, we always do 33 seconds for everything. And then we just keep going, you know. So it would have to be something, you could get different sizes so that they knew the bigger one is a 1 minute, the smaller one is 30 seconds.
Oh, color coded too.
Or color coded, yeah. As long as they can see that with their vision. Yep. Yeah. So the other thing is colored tape. Taping off the things you don't want them to do. You know, taping off superpower, you know, I mean, or whatever in the microwave. You know, I've heard of people, they want to do 55 seconds and they ended up doing 55 minutes. So, you know, those are the things that you want to be careful that don't happen. Okay. So we talked about that. Maureen will remember this one we talked about. Any idea what that is? Do you remember?
So I can look in my husband's ear. It was a lotion applier or something, wasn't it? No.
Light?
Okay.
That was a good idea, though.
A light?
Nope. Actually, what it is, it helps you wipe after bathroom.
It helps what?
With wiping, clean up.
Oh, that's right.
Cleaning up the
That's
undercarriage.
Right, yes.
Which is very important. Skin breakdown again, UTIs, all those things are very difficult as we get older. Yes, exactly. So toilet paper or wipe goes in here. You do what you need to do, and then you can get rid of it. And that's for people who have, maybe they're not able to reach back there. They've shoulder issues, all kinds of issues. Make that a difficult task. It's just simple, easy. They have ones that are longer if you need that.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think the ones I've seen were longer.
Sure. Ones that aren't as sticky on here, this one I felt I tried it out with toilet paper. The toilet paper kind of got stuck sometimes. That's why I think maybe wipe would be better because then it lets go. Along that same lines, I know we talked about, they sell bidets on Amazon that can be hooked right onto your, they're very good, yeah. That can be hooked right onto your regular toilet. You don't need to buy a special toilet. They're like $44 and very simple to put on, and can help with, not getting skin breakdown, not getting UTIs, all those things. So very low cost solutions. This is called a Bottom Buddy.
Buddy, oh buddy, bottom buddy.
But you did say lotion applier. Same thing, bath, get to all the places that you need. These can be bought at Walmart. Very simple, easy solution for somebody. Let's go on to ADL. How about this? Anybody want to guess what that is?
Cell phone.
Looks like it. So this is actually a sock aid. You're going to get your sock on with this.
Oh,
You're
sure.
going to roll it like this, put your sock on, put your foot in here, and pull it up. Works pretty slick. So that's regular socks.
So that's not going to do TEDs or whatever they call them nowadays.
No. That's what this is. So this is for TED hose.
For what?
TED hose, compression stockings.
I think that used to be the only brand that was made, and that's why they're always called that. It's like Kleenex,
Yeah.
Okay, so it doesn't work on this table, but you're supposed to be able to suction it down. It works on my leg, but I can't guarantee everybody's leg. So, and I was going to bring one of my husband's weird socks, but I forgot. His are not TED hose. He just has a really long, crew socks from like the 1980s. So put the sock on. This gets put on, and then you roll it up, the sock up, so it's going to get on there. Do you know what I'm saying? Like it's going to get rolled up in there, and then you're going to put your toes in it, and then slide this up.
No.
Yeah.
That's kind of neat.
Yeah, it worked with me. I don't have the smallest legs, but so it's an option for, there are some people who can't get those on themselves. They are hard to get on. So this is about $90. $90. It's called the Dolph and Donner. Yeah. I do not name these things.
Sounds like serial killers or something.
Dolph and Donner. So it's kind of showing Oh, sorry. So if you want to take a look, it just shows how you pull it up. You know, you put it on, and then you roll it up, and put it on. So.
Are two different words meaning on and off. So
Oh,
like dawn and dawn.
Oh, sure.
Off and
You
on,
done
yeah.
something. Got it.
Got it.
Okay.
Very cool. Okay. That makes
It's
sense.
nice having a smart person in the group. Yay.
Rosy reminder. Yes. So some of this, okay, so this has been around for 5 years. Should I shut that? Okay. Some of this get outdated through the times, right? But this is still a good option. We have a lot of our seniors who aren't loving the tech yet, right? I mean, they're concerned about this box that talks to them. You know, they don't want this. This is just a pretty cool. It just looks like a alarm clock, and somebody has to set it up. And you set it up to say at 1 o'clock, and it's your voice, Mom, take your medication for 1 o'clock. It's called the Reminder Rosie.
Can you do multiple ones a day
You
then?
can. Let's see if it tells you. Record up to 10 reminders, 6 seconds long. 6 seconds doesn't sound like a lot, but it is.
So the person has to be in the room where that is.
Right, so you would sit this next to the chair that they usually sit in. Yes. This one was, I want to say, you know, I haven't looked lately. I bet you it's come down in price because some of the other things we'll talk about, Alexas and things, Echoes, have kind of replaced this. Pill reminders. Two really good options. Well, one really good option, I guess I'll say, is this Live Find. If you open it up, which I did not bring a screwdriver to open it up, it's a cassette. So there's 30 days, or maybe there's 30 days. So it has to be somebody who doesn't have a lot of medications.
What's a lot?
Huh? Sure. Yeah. Do you have that? So it's locked, so somebody can't get into if they.
No, that's a special tool.
Oh, great.
Well, how do you get the pill out?
Well, you have a special tool.
Yeah, you have a special tool that maybe that's why they have that, because they don't want somebody to say, "Hey, I want to get that."
Especially if you have like narcotics or
Right.
things like that. Don't want anybody taking lots of them all at once.
Yeah.
Here we go. I have it. I have the special tool.
Yourself.
Yeah, look at that. Okay.
You have to pick it up and hold it.
Well, somebody sets it up.
Yeah, this is. I'm just going to show you the inside. This isn't what you do. This is like. Oh, are they gonna?
I was thinking just be like quarter turn or something.
Right?
Lefty loosey, righty tighty.
Okay. Anyway, there's things in there, little areas that you're going to put your medications in. It looks like this. I can show you a picture if you. And it says like what you're going to take Thursday, what you're going to take in the morning, what you're going to take Thursday at noon, what you're going to take Thursday at evening. So there's different ones. So if you just have a 1 day a week, or one day a week, wouldn't that be great? A 1 day or a 1 time a day medication, then you would use that circle. But you fill it up and you have it set up for when it's going to go off, and it starts beeping.
How do you get it out?
So there's a little.
Yeah, apparently it's
It's a trick.
Yeah.
a trick.
There's a turn. It turns. So it's electric. You have to have batteries in it, and it turns, and now that section's open. And it
I
will.
wonder if it needs batteries to even open it up to set it up.
I got the batteries. So somebody used this. Somebody wanted to take it home and try it, and so we let them do that, and then, oh, You got it. So the cassette will move. The cassette will move, and then it's this open part here, so it's open.
Oh,
Yep.
there you go.
Yep. And it'll
So all
keep,
you do then is dump it out
Yep.
with that slot.
it is,
Yeah,
and
you
it'll
take this
keep beeping until it's picked up and turned over.
Okay.
So if somebody's like, I'm not gonna take it, it's gonna keep beeping. So that's cool. And yeah, you can pass that around if you want. It has the different things, like this one is for somebody who obviously takes a morning and an evening pill, morning and evening.
So then it'd be only good for 15 days.
I can
Right,
look at it.
yep.
2 weeks or
Yep.
whatever.
You can change the batteries from outside of that,
Okay.
on the back panel.
Here, let's send it around with the box so you can see all the goodies about it.
Okay, here's the box.
This one was in our kit, so I'm going to show it to you. I don't love it, but I'll show it to you because somebody else might love it.
Is that yours or mine, Bee?
This one goes on each bottle. Oh, okay. Just the bottle, and it'll play.
What did it say?
Take this at 2 o'clock. It's probably helpful for some people. I just don't, I mean, they're going to have to push it. And it's not really a reminder to take it. It's just, this is telling you what it is if you have like low vision. You just know this is a 2 o'clock one. So, but these are really easy. But, you know, for somebody who has 13 medications, you need 13 of these, you know. Whereas that, you know, is just kind of a simple.
As long as somebody can set it up for you.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
Well, you know, if you have somebody who comes in, even if you are by yourself, if you have a nurse or
Right.
an
Yeah.
aide that comes in, they can probably do that.
Unless they're mechanically challenged.
Well, that's true. you know.
Exactly.
Now you could have an issue there.
Yep.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah.
So I always tell this story. I met with a lady long time ago, and her daughter was like, my mom needs to move to assisted living. I was like, okay, well, you know, tell me why you think that. And she said, well, every night at 10 o'clock, I have to go over there. I was like, why do you have to go over at 10 o'clock? What's going on? She said, well, she can't turn off her TV. And I have to turn off her TV. And they're complaining that her TV is on. Because she only watches one show, super loud. She watches it all day. She can't turn off her TV. So she's going over there. I was like, well, pump your brakes. Hold on. Let's see if there's other solutions that won't be so expensive. And there are things like this huge remote, universal remote that can be, you know, they can see on, off. Again, with the tape, you tape off everything, but on and off. Better solution, easier solution than moving to assisted living, you know.
Did she do it and did that help? Oh.
She went to assisted living.
Were there other things that?
Probably, yeah. And I want to say at the time, this was in the beginning, so I didn't even know about this stuff probably at that time. But there are.
Well, you can even on a regular remote.
I was
you
just
could
going to say,
tape
there are a
off.
lot of universal remotes that are just on-off buttons. You know, if you Googled and looked at.
Well, even a regular remote, if you taped everything off but the on
Yeah,
off,
exactly. See, so you're thinking solutions.
that wouldn't be hard. And if it's on and you hit the on button, nothing's gonna happen.
Right, exactly. They sell these. This is so awesome. Phone with picture. All you have to do is push the picture. It's going to call that person. You know, very cool. A lot of, you know, you got less dexterity. Can't remember numbers. Nobody remembers phone numbers anymore. We all have it in our cell phone, right? But, you know, you got to look up things, call the number. Now they've added area code to everything. So, but if you want to call Ben, grandson Ben, push grandson Ben's picture. Goes out to grandson Ben. Yeah. Very cool thing.
Somebody else.
And big buttons.
Can find
And
somebody
big
else.
And big buttons, yeah, you do need to call somebody, yeah. Another one. Anybody want to guess what that is?
Oh,
I was gonna say, Maureen, you've seen this.
yeah, that, yeah.
For key.
Yes, very good. So, there's somebody I met with, and she was like, my mom, when she leaves, she can't get back in the house. She has arthritis so bad it can't hit that, doorknob. Now, another solution would be changing all the door locks, or door handles to the lever, or all those things. This is, I think, $5. Super easy. The key is in here. The key comes out. You put it in, and now it's a lever for the key. So very cool thing. I want to say it's like less than $5. It's called a hole-in-one key holder. So this one fits two, I think I read. Yeah, two keys that can be adjusted to a desired
And
angle.
they're mounted in there permanently rather than,
Well, you can move them up and down.
no, but I'm saying.
They're
you put the
locked
key
in.
Rather than having a bundle of keys.
Correct. Yep.
Now, he brought up something. If you turn the key, you still have to turn a knob, right?
Yeah, but you can have a
No,
lever
the
now.
lever will help you. So then you're
Yeah.
not trying to get the handle like this. Now you have a lever. You can hit with just your hand. You don't have to grip, So it just makes it easier. Instead of making this, you're doing this. Okay. We talked about all of those. Back when my great uncle, he had a stroke when he was still alive, and his big thing was playing cards. Loved to play cards. And he could still play cards. He just couldn't move his left side to hold on to cards. So I always tell my cousins they were ahead of their time because they developed this, something like this, that you put your cards into. Right. And then they're able to play with just one hand. Yeah. So, and these are waterproof cards with the bigger things. I didn't have this on my list. I couldn't go through everything in here. We would be here forever. But I could talk about it forever because I love all these things. But this, anybody want to guess what this is? I didn't have this on my list, but it was right there. These swords. Yeah.
Needle threader.
Needle threader. Yep. And it works. Yep.
It does.
It does. I think I have a needle in here. Yeah, so two sides you put it in, and then the thread, and then you just go like this, and it puts it right through the eye. Super cool. Okay, there's a lot more that I didn't show, but we're going to talk about. Now this is high-tech stuff. Okay, some of the stuff that we talked about was the lower tech, right? Like the, oh, I forgot this one. Everybody can have that. It's hard to get Rubbermaid open for people, right?
Oh,
Just a little
yes,
pop.
I've seen those new.
Love these. Everybody should have
What do
these
you do,
inside.
just pop it? Okay. That's
So
cool.
easy, yeah.
They make the whole size gamut?
Yes, they do. All the sizes. Yep.
Or
So-
if you do get one open, then everything flies all over.
Oh, that?
No, I mean.
Oh, yeah, exactly. And then you're like,
Yeah, exactly.
yeah, that's just it's super easy. They also have one where it's just a thing that you flip down. Such good stuff.
Yes, like bin, yeah.
Yep. This is some of the more tech things that you have to have internet and things like that. And that's kind of why I was saying the reminder, Rosie, is kind of going by the wayside because some of these other things are taking up. But we are finding a lot of seniors aren't in love with the tech like we are, because, it's hard. So take a look here and then we'll talk about this one.
Hello, Mom. Oh, good grief. Don't scare me half to death. the other day.
Huh?
I did that to Richard the other day.
Oh, yeah?
What you doing?
I'm going to go to the bank and to Publix.
Okay. Have fun. Love you.
I love you too. How on earth do you see me? I didn't ring the bell.
It doesn't matter.
Okay.
You don't have to ring the bell. Love you, Mom.
Love you too.
Now, I think,
Yeah, I never thought about using it that way for, yeah, you know, watching out over your parents to make sure they're doing
it is a
well.
viable option. However, I'm not sure Grandma was on board with it so much right there. You know, that's something that you really want to make sure that you guys are in this together and you understand that that's what it's going to be used for. I think she was walking away like, it's none of your business where I'm going, you know? So you want to make sure that if you are doing this, that everybody's on the same page, that everybody knows what's going on. It's a viable option as people age, maybe if with dementia, who sometimes leave. They're able to see, you know, as a family, whoever has that app. Grandma left at 11, she's not back yet, you know. So, but again, making sure everybody's on board. You know, the intended purpose of the ring was to see who's at your door, you know. But it's kind of blown up. Yes, evolved, which is good in a lot of certain situations. But again, everybody's got to be on the same page. Rings are what, $99, I think.
They're not terribly expensive.
They're not terribly
I'm really surprised.
No, and they're coming down. So this is the next one we're going to talk about, Alexa. At the ADRC, when COVID hit, we were given some funding to try to figure out how we could keep seniors connected. That was a big problem. It still is a big problem. You know, at that time, you know, nobody was visiting anybody. Seniors were used to seeing people, having their grandkids over, and suddenly that all stopped. And that's hard. So we were given this thing, you know, how can we help with that? And our solution was the Alexa. This can provide video calls. They can listen to music. Also, Alexa's a voice. Sometimes that's what you need, is a voice talking to you, other than constant quiet.
So it's different than the one on our phone.
Siri, it's a little different, yeah. I don't have an iPhone, so I'm not really sure all of her applications. But let's take a look at the, whoop. Yeah, and this is what this is called too, is they call it a video assistant. So it could be the same as Siri. There's so many different products. There's Google has their own. You know, this is the Apple version, or the, I'm sorry, the Amazon. So let's see here. I'm going to kind of skip some of this because it's, where's the, make it bigger? Oh, right there. So basically, this is a guy who got one for his mom.
It's just an epiphany to me that this would be perfect for my mom.
Hi, Grandma, it's Maggie. Just thinking about you. Love you, bye.
Talking to Alexa and having my children and my grandchildren talk back, it's a big part of my day.
And then I realized that if my mom was going to be using Alexa so much and enjoying it, that a lot of other people her age would too.
Well, I'm Jillian, this is Matt.
I met Jillian, we really just clicked as people, and we took this idea that was helping my mother so much to senior living across the country. Hey, Willa.
Hi.
We're here to help.
Another really cool thing you can do with Alexa is you can turn on and turn off your lights.
The lights?
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be wonderful.
Do you know how to ask for the score of the game yesterday?
No, I never thought about that.
Yeah, Alexa, who won the Oakland A's game?
Yesterday, the Oakland Athletics lost to the New York Yankees 9-5.
Alexa, please call Jeffrey.
They haven't been physically able to use a phone, and now all of a sudden they can make a phone call again.
Hello? Hi, honey.
We've had people literally cry when they hear the person on the other end. It's a life-changing moment, and the gratification for us is off the charts.
Yeah, super cool. So cool. Another great story I like to talk about is, I forgot to say, so we got a grant to give out Alexa shows to people if they meet our target group. Over 60, have a physical disability or cognitive disability. And at that time, they had to have somebody who was willing to come into their home and help them set it up during COVID. They have to have Wi-Fi, and they have to have an Amazon account, which is free to get. You don't have to have the Prime. So our original intent was that socialization piece. But oh my goodness, the stories that people came back with. Because one of the things I did was call them in 2 weeks and say, how's it going? Do you like it? Oh my goodness. It was so much more than I could ever imagine.
Change their total life.
Exactly. For instance, one gentleman that was using it had a dog, and he was forgetting to let the dog out. So his family was like, we are going to have to get rid of the dog, which would be devastating. Devastating. They set up reminders. Dad, it's time to let out Spot, whatever. And he did. He does. So he gets to keep his dog. I mean, how awesome is that?
Yes.
We had one, woman who had got one. She was 90. She got one for her 70-year-old son who lives in another county so that they could talk video back and forth. I mean, they weren't seeing each other because they both weren't able to travel and drive, and now she's able to see her son. Just so many cool things. Some people with, cognitive disabilities, actually anybody, I shouldn't say that, everybody can use it to set up medication reminders. People with low vision. This is the one with the screen. So the one that you saw on there was just the little dot. It doesn't have a screen. Still very great to have. This one has a screen. And what you can do is, if you have low vision or not so good vision, you hold it up and say, Alexa, what am I holding? And she'll say, looks like you're holding a can of soup, chicken noodle soup. Tells you, and it's right.
That is cool.
Wow.
It's so cool. I did it, and I did it. I was like, what am I holding? And she's like, vanilla wafers. And I was like, oh, it's right. It's so cool. So life-changing things for, people. And I had one lady tell me it's a game changer, and she's right. It is. Lots of cool things that you can get with it. Music. Play music from the 40s and 50s.
How expensive is it if you buy it yourself?
$69.99. You can get them on Amazon a lot. They used to be a lot more, but they've come down now.
That's pretty cheap.
Yeah, pretty cheap. So and it's changing all the time, things. The other thing with this is it has a Call My Buddy feature. So it can be used as a lifeline, technically. So it has to be set up. You have to have somebody has to set it up on their phone with the Alexa app and set up who your buddies are. So say you want your daughter Jean to be called and you want your son Paul to be called, but not your son Richard because he lives in Minnesota and you don't want to worry him until But you fall and you just yell out, Alexa, call my buddy, and it sends out a call. Or text my buddy, I need help. Text my buddies. You always have to say Alexa first. I have to remember that. Alexa, text my buddies, I fell and need help. So game changer kind of thing. Lifeline is great too. It's a good thing and it's a nice thing, but you have to have it on you. And we get so many people who say, I don't want to push it because they don't know what's going to really happen. You give them this lifeline and say, push this, you'll get some help. But they don't really know what that means, So this they know, my buddies are going to be called and they're going to come and help me. So pretty cool thing to have. Last one I'm going to show you is the one that I learned about. That I learned about in the meeting I was with Maureen. And this was a woman who told us about it. She used it for her sister who had dementia. She said it was amazing. She was able to keep a promise to her sister to keep her home. And then I was talking about it with one of my friends, and she said they have it for her mom too, who's living in her own home. She's 98. She has dementia. And with these cameras, they're able to maintain her at home. So I'm going to show you what we have here. This is just kind of a review about it. I wasn't able to find an actual video of it in use.
Whether you need to keep tabs on the kids, misbehaved doggies, or you're seriously watching out for nefarious creepers, Security cameras are now smaller and easier than ever to set up and use. I'm Erin from TechGadgetsCanada.com, and one of the absolute smallest options is from Wyze. I recently got hands-on with the Wyze Cam V3 to test it out and see how it works. With live monitoring, the ability to auto-record based on movement, and cloud-based storage, Wyze has established itself as a popular choice for home.
When I think of security, I don't think of a quality picture like that. That's a pretty amazing, you know, yeah, I think that, and I think the width of what you can see, you know, it's not just this little thing, it's this whole area.
Home-based monitoring. But in this video, I'll show you the video quality, look at how easy or not it is to use, and I'll let you know if I think it's a worthy buy for you. An early heads up if you end up liking this video and finding it helpful to please hit that like button and consider becoming a subscriber. Both those things do help me keep making more videos that I hope everyone out there can watch, enjoy, and learn from. Let's take a look at what you're getting. The Wyze Cam V3 is a wired, AC-powered, 1080p resolution video camera with color night viewing. It's a super compact.
Also, when I think of night viewing, I don't think of that. So that's a completely dark room that she's showing there. So that's a night vision thing. And I don't know if you caught, this is wired. This is not wireless, which I actually think I like better. I mean, it's not going to be as compact or as easy to put in different spots, but
camera at just under 3 inches squared, and it can be raised and adjusted using its tiny scissor lift underneath. This budget-priced camera is meant to be both small and ultra affordable, so it's a solid option if you're trying to get some home surveillance on a budget. When it comes to recording, you can use Wyze's cloud recording for a fee or add an extra micro SD card and record right to the device. A 32GB micro SD card will capture and view up to about 3 days of continuous video, by the way, and you can also use the card to record time-lapse videos too. Wyze Cam V3 needs AC power to run, like I said. The USB cable and wall charger are in.
Okay, so a couple other things about that particular camera. It can move 360 degrees and up and down. It can pan.
It does it remotely, or
So-
do you have to physically move?
It said motion detected, so I think it's
Okay.
following the motion.
Got it.
For $35.
Yeah, so pretty cheap option. But again, as you can see, there's so many options. But this, I know that woman said to us that she loved this brand, and then I had another friend who said that she thought it was pretty user. She said, so she has 13 brothers and sisters, and they all have the app on their phone, and they're able to check in on mom and, you know, take a look at it. So a couple of them live right down the road from, so if anything is up, they're able to respond right away. So.
Yeah, 'cause you mentioned, you know, the lifeline thing. Push it, what happens? Okay, fireman coming back down your door.
Exactly.
Right.
Now,
Exactly. And that's what they're afraid of, the
was it
unknown
was
or
it
the
that-
known.
Yeah, was it that dire where they can call,
Exactly.
you know, son, daughter, who
Right.
comes, unlocks the door, okay,
Yeah.
let's sort this out.
Exactly. And I think they do think that, you know, like they're going to come and break down the door, and I don't need that. I've only just been laying on this floor for 2 days.
Yeah. But,
You know.
but what are their options to
Right.
for the fireman?
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. So any questions about anything or anything else you were thinking about or anything you want to, you can always come up here and look at things too if you want or anything. So we're at the ADRC 8 to 4:30, Monday through Friday. You can come out and see us. We have a resource room too with a lot of different, you know, brochures and things. And this book here that shows all the different items is in there, so you take a look. I do have some giveaways. That's the best part, right?
Well, I didn't come for that. That's great. Bonus.
Well, while she's doing that,
It's a bonus.
if any of you want a laugh, you go onto YouTube and there's a whole bunch of Alexa parodies.
Yeah, that's true. It was hard to find.
Southern talking,
Yeah.
Midwest talk, for people who can't remember Alexa's name,
Yeah.
all kinds, and they're just really funny.
Yeah, That is true. It was hard to find a video that wasn't a parody.
Yeah, yeah, there's quite a few of them out
You
there.
can change your name. I do have a friend, very good friend, whose daughter is Alexa. So if we're talking on the phone, I trigger my Alexa if we're talking about her daughter.
Oh.
So you can change her. I know I gave a talk about like this online during COVID on a Zoom meeting, and I kept saying Alexa, and my Alexa would go off. So then we had to Alice, code word Alice. That's what I'm talking about. I have some brochures. Feel free to take. I was going to leave some with you too if you don't. We have Spanish on the back and in the front. You can go ahead and take one, pass it along. So I looked at our stuff to see what we have that's adaptive. And so what we have, one of the things we have are these big pens for people with arthritis who aren't able to write anymore, the little. We got some big pens. One of the other things we have are, anybody want to guess what this is? I'll open it up here for you.
Bag carrier.
Yes, exactly, bag carrier. So you don't want to cut the circulation off your arm when you get your bags. Then we were kind of talking about kitchen safety. This, did you get one? Yeah, you got one. We were talking about kitchen safety and, how to make sure you don't get hurt in the kitchen, but this is the best thing that's ever been made. Plastic pizza cutter. Life-changing. Kids can help. Adults that maybe shouldn't have a knife can help. This doesn't not just cutting pizza. You can cut a lot of things with this. Peanut butter and jelly, sandwiches.
Safer to clean.
Safer to clean, yeah. Again, low-cost options, that will help people stay part of the daily activity, help them keep them independence. Helps with your self-esteem, helps with their, day-to-day, all those things. Anything else?
Is there one of these in every county?
There is an ADRC that is available to every county. It may not be in every county. For instance, like Juneau and the counties around there share an ADRC. Nope, Juneau County. It's, what's there? Starts with an M. Mauston area. There's several around there. I think it's called ADRC of Eagle Country.
Do you know anything about Illinois?
Illinois has some sites, like Winnebago shares with a couple other ones. Yeah.
It's a little different because around here they're kind of run partially by the state. Yep. In Illinois, it's different because it's a different state.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah. Yep. So, yep.
Do they have, I have a 94-year-old aunt who lives in an older home, the old stairs that are horrible, bound to determined to stay home.
Yeah.
So are there recommendations like comfort keepers or where someone can go in?
Yeah, and that would be a great reason to call us. Does she live in Rock County?
In La Crosse.
Okay, so then you would call, you can call us and I can get you the county. It probably is La Crosse County.
Yes, yep.
So you would call them and they can go out and do something called options counseling, where they go out and she has to be on board, okay with it, and say, what are the things that are difficult for you? What are some options we can help or suggest to you that will make this a more viable option for you? Yeah, so that's called options counseling.
She's not been married, so there's a group of us cousins who are kind of, well, I guess I assume they're used to this because we're still worried about the stairs, but she's very independent. She likes the stairs for the exercise. You've never guessed she's 94, but
sure. Does she have to use the stairs? Like, is the bathroom upstairs?
The bedroom is upstairs.
And she is not willing to make a bedroom downstairs somewhere?
No, because she likes those stairs. It's good exercise.
Oh, sure.
for her. So, but yes, those are all things where like, oh, but could you, oh, I'm fine, this is good, I like that. So are those people that work, are they good, I'm assuming, I guess, with elderly people to try to, I mean, not, we certainly don't want to force her, but we're trying, we are so worried.
Sometimes it's just a matter of somebody else saying it. Not always, but sometimes. Yeah. So yeah, I mean that's what we do. You know, we work with people who are elderly. You know, all different kinds of people. People set in their ways. People. I mean, we cannot force anybody, but we certainly can give options and word it in a way that you know, you can still use the steps on days you feel great. But if your bedroom's down here, then you don't have to. It's a day you're not feeling great. You know.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
And then, like a comfort keepers or something, are they not necessarily that they're vetted, but do they kind of know, okay, this is a good organization, we would suggest this?
So that we can't do. We can't, and just like my disclaimer up there that we can't recommend any product. Ooh, some little girl just face planted. We can't recommend any piece of equipment. We also can't recommend any organization or service. We can give you a list of people that have said to us, this is something we want to be on, but then it would be up to everybody who is going to use that to vet them on their own. You know, we can tell you where to look, websites, things like that.
Wouldn't the Better Business Bureau also know?
Yep, a lot of things with the Department of
Wisconsin
Consumer Protection.
Consumer Protection
Yep.
would definitely be a help. I would
Yep.
always contact them.
DHS keeps caregiver registries, you know, all those types of things. Department of Human Service, Health and Human Service. Why wouldn't it be DHHS?
Maybe they just dropped one of them.
DHS, Department of Human Service. Wisconsin, State of Wisconsin, State of Wisconsin, Department of Human Services.
Okay. And then consumer, I'm sorry, what was the one that?
Consumer Protection.
Okay.
And then she said Better Business Bureau. What I think is that one federal?
No, it's private.
Oh, private. And then the Department of Consumer Protection is a Wisconsin.
Right?
Yeah, Wisconsin.
Oh, okay.
So,
thank you.
yeah, there's lots of options, and talk to your friends,
Yeah.
family, neighbors, church, organizations you belong to, because you'll be surprised at how many people might have understanding of some of this and not, you know, we were thinking about this help agency, oh my gosh, they're great, or oh my gosh, don't go there, you know, and you can really learn a lot from just the people you meet, you know, wherever that's at.
And we, you know, when we go in to do options counseling, we often get, I don't want to go in a nursing home. That's the very first thing that comes out of their mouth. And I was like, we don't want you to either. You know, I mean, that's the last resort. They always think that that's the first, immediate, only resort. It is not. There are so many things before that. There's, you know, using the stairs only 4 days that you feel good. There's maybe the farmhouse isn't a way. Let's look at a condo. You know, there's maybe a senior apartment. Maybe, yeah, maybe getting a stair lift up your stairs. You know, stair lift is probably, I'm just guessing, $2,000 maybe to get put in, which is expensive, but it's cheaper than $5,000 a month in assisted living. And it's a one-time purchase. It's keeping your independence.
I'm sorry.
A what?
What was that called again?
A stair lift?
No, I'm sorry, where like someone from your office would come in.
Options counseling.
Options.
Yep, options counseling. Yep, we would just ask for options counseling, set it up with somebody, they would come out and we would go through all these things. Yeah.
Thank you.
You bet, absolutely. Anything else? Well, thank you all for coming. I had a great time.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yes, thank you.